Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another stream, ladies and gentlemen. You guys know how we've been going mad this summer. Mad blood. You get me? There's so much streams, man. There's so much for us to talk about, so much for us to unpack. Every day new ball talk, every day new faces. No one can say that this channel hasn't had them entertained during this entirety of this transfer window. So every single one of you, please hit the like button. Please subscribe. Every single one of you legends, except Todd Miller, please hit the like button. Please subscribe. Let's get the likes up early. We are at 56.6K, so thank you guys so much. Small targets, 56.7K is our next target, so we can only get there with you guys' help. And please remember, if you're watching this on the replay, that all the guys that are coming on, their links are in the description. Sometimes you guys ask me, where is this guy's channel, where I can find this guy, where I can find that guy, blah, 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 blah. And they're all in the description. So I like to see you get me the members of our community always in other people's comment sections. You get me showing them love because they're giving us their time today. Anyway, speaking of giving us his time today, His Majesty gave us his time today. Absolutely love working with this guy. He's my brother and I hate him and I love him at the same time. How you doing, mate? You're on mute, see? Oh, look at me.
I'm not professional, bro.
Mashallah.
You say I love to work with him, but about 5 minutes ago, it sounded like I work for you. Guys, I was 1 minute late. 1 minute late to the stream. Literally just ate, washed my hands, and then I was just joining, and he goes, Khalistni, which is basically like, just hurry up. And I'm like, I don't fucking work for you, but sure, I'm here anyways. And there's a customer in Arabic in the first thing. But anyways, big up, you guys.
Why are you lying, bro? It's not that bad.
I don't know. I just thought Khalistni Yalla. I was like, what's wrong with this guy?
Yeah, Khalistni is a nice way of speaking in Arabic. There's nothing wrong with that.
Anyways, we're here.
You know what? Maybe you are right. Maybe you are right. Maybe I'm a little bit fraud. Anyway, joining us, speaking of frauds, everyone's favorite Chelsea fan, Virgil van Dijk from Wish is in the building. How you doing, Ahmed, mate?
I'm doing good, man. Hope you do well. Hope you're having a wonderful day today. Enjoying life. Had a
What's
nice
that behind you?
football. Listen, don't worry, man.
Is that a belt?
Yes.
AEW. Well, like,
say ECW or AEW.
AEW.
Yeah.
There you are.
You know,
Well,
yeah. But as I was saying, yeah, man, enjoying my sabbatical for football. Been a good sabbatical. Been relaxing, and yeah, man, back to the football.
What, the sabbatical was like a week?
Yeah, it's been a week and change, bro. You know what I mean?
I actually was watching Ahmed earlier on his stream when he was talking about Chelsea. He was live like what, an hour before this show, right?
Yeah. Yes, an hour and a half.
Yeah. He was there. Anyway, late replacement. Let's see if he's a Divock Origi, if he's a Reece Nelson, or if he's a Garnacho. Time will tell how amazing or horrible this decision is. TJ couldn't make it because he's an absolute bottle job. So we actually upgraded on TJ. Sometimes when someone can't come in, I like to upgrade. This guy, by far, massive upgrade on TJ. Like TJ is.
I was going to tell you that. I was going to say, how'd you manage to upgrade? Yeah, good job.
100%. Big upgrade on TJ. 100%. Man, like Cory in the building. Hi, Cory.
Big up, boys. Big up, boys. Obviously, thanks to Sam, even though he likes to call me a fraud every chance he gets. Obviously, blessed. Thank you for having me on the channel for the first time. Big up to Staffy as well. And Ahmed, of course, as well. So, what's up, boys? Have a good stream.
Big up to you. Josh, I saw you earlier on in Hamza's comment section, bro. They're losing their shit, bro. City fans are in meltdown mode. Anyway, Cory FC, AFC, The Bridge Nation, Staffy TV are all in the description. Just go give them a subscribe, you guys. And please subscribe to this channel, like the video. There's already 500 people in here. Not every time like and subscribe. So let's just get the likes up early and let's just talk. I want to talk about, first of all, instead of starting with Arsenal every time, I feel like I want to talk about like two connected clubs, which is the United and like Chelsea situations, because they're very connected in terms of outgoings and incomings for Manchester United.
I don't like how Ahmed is smiling already. Why are you smiling? Why are you smiling already?
Why can't I smile? You know.
One of the outgoings, to be fair, is Garnacho, and the links are not going away. Let's not do what the Arsenal fans did and just be in denial, and then Madueke becomes an Arsenal player. Let's actually address this. Let's talk about this. The links aren't going away in terms of this whole Garnacho situation. But first, I want to start from an incoming perspective for Staffy. Talk to me, Habib. What do you think of this whole Sesko situation? Do you think he actually ends up at your club? Who do you want him? Do you not want him?
Ooh, that's a good question. There was a source came out earlier, but I don't know. It didn't look like it was a strong link or whatever, saying that it looks like Sesko is going to be heading to United. I think it got debunked in an hour or so. It was a weak ITK, I should say. But anyways, yeah, I mean, we all know the situation. Sesko to United, Sesko to Newcastle. I was as a Liverpool fan, and mostly your chat is Liverpool fans. You'd love for Sesko to go to Newcastle, because if that happens, it means that Isak is going to Liverpool right away. So you guys should want that. But yeah, United are in for him. They're in for Watkins. There was news coming out today saying that Watkins now is close. The whole week, basically, we've been hearing that Vivell was pushing for Sesko because he's worked with him when he worked for RB. So he has a previous relationship with the player, and he really wants to bring him in. I think it's going to be one of those two. United definitely going to go into the season with a new striker, whether it's Watkins, whether it's Sesko. I don't think it's going to be Jackson anymore, especially that today we've been told you guys want 80 million for him, which is insane to ask for. United, I think United are going to get a striker. As far as who I want, it's a tough one. If there was one young striker I was going to go for, it was a Ekitike. And I told you that, Sam, I told you that about a month ago. Remember that? I told you if you guys, the minute I started hearing Ekitike links, remember when I texted, I was like, if you guys get Ekitike, I'm actually going to be heartbroken. Because I really wanted him. I really, really wanted him. The whole fan base didn't want him. Funny enough, he ends up going to a better team than us. Funny how football works. I like Sesko. I don't think he's a good fit for United, though. Yes, there was that tweet yesterday that Terry shamelessly retweeted from May where I called him Baby Zlatan for my own reasons. I think he's a good player. He's a raw talent. There's a lot to develop in his game. I just don't think we're a good fit for him right now. We're struggling for goals. We're coming off a season where we finished 15th, already 44 goals. We've seen how it is to not have a proven striker over the last few years. Højlund is the most recent one to kind of drown in this club.
I thought you liked Sesko. I thought you'd say...
So I do like him, but here's the thing. I don't think... He needs like a couple years of development. I think he comes to United, he flops. And I think it's more because of United rather than him. He's one of those talents that if you send him somewhere else first, I think that's better for him. I think he would have been a better fit if he would have went to you guys. He would have been a better fit if he went to Arsenal. I think he would have been a better fit for a lot of clubs that play better football than us. Even Newcastle. I think Newcastle is a better fit for him than us. He comes to United, as I said, I think he still needs to develop. He comes in into an unsettled team. Obviously, the lights are much brighter when you play for United anyways. So you come to United, especially with the form that we're in, a lot of expectations.
Course, from Leipzig, that's a massive jump.
And there's a huge risk. The issue is that risk is going to cost you about 70 to 80 million. That is a lot of money because the gentleman's agreement between him and the ownership, basically, that he won't move unless they get about 70 million pounds minimum from a big club. So that means you don't have to spend a lot. The issue is, as much as I don't want him right now because I don't think he's ready for it, it also takes us out of the striker market over the next couple seasons. If you need to go for a Watkins, who I believe should be somewhere around 45 to 50 million, that's my evaluation for him, or just the idea of just going for a stopgap striker, not only do you bring an experienced striker like Watkins who could come in and just, for a couple years, you're guaranteed he's going to give you goals. You can go next summer again when there's a striker available. You got Samuel as an example in Porto. He's young and upcoming. A year from now, you can actually say, hey, I want to re-enter the striker market again. No one is going to say anything if you need to get a stopgap striker right now. If we spend 80 million for Sesko, and I come next summer and I say, I need a striker, you guys are going to be like, hold on. So in 3 years, you spent 72 million pounds on Højlund, 80 million pounds on Sesko, 2 young strikers, and you still need to go get another striker with no guarantees, by the way, that Sesko is going to work. Because he's just an idea. He's not reality yet. I can't go for ideas right now. I need reality. And the reality is, I need a stopgap striker. I would have loved for it to be Mateta. We didn't get linked with him. I said, if we go for a young striker, please let it be Ekitike. Ekitike ended up being cheaper than Sesko anyways. We didn't go for him. And now I'm stuck with the stopgap that I don't want and I'm stuck with the young striker that I don't want. So it's not a great time. I'm not gonna lie to shop for a striker right now, but it's the situation we find ourselves in. And then I'm gonna have Ahmed right now trying to manipulate me and tell me why 80 million for Nico Jackson is the solution to my struggles. But go ahead, Ahmed.
I'm trying to find the tweet where the Sesko thing is about this, but I can't
It
find
was a Pletigo, I think.
Well, that Plettenberg guy.
Yeah, Pleti.
Yeah, you know, I think for me, I'm just gonna keep it quite simple here. Again, Watkins is a stopgap. I actually think that's a solid idea. I just think, who is it then in the next year or two? Do you wait for like another striker just to come out of the woodworks, like another young striker out of the woodworks that you can then come in and get? Who is that going to be? I've not really seen that much around the market. Maybe, you know, someone like a Chelsea again. Maybe a Del Pedro or like Glad doesn't work out, then maybe you can go for him. You never know. I think with Sesko, I worry that he might become another Højlund. And what I mean by that is that you put him in a situation like you at United where, you know, you're not really giving him a space to like grow and develop. You're not giving him, you know, enough opportunities in his first season, which is what kind of happened with Højlund. Then in the second season, he has no confidence, and then he's basically just like a shadow of like the guy that he basically brought 2 years ago. I would actually argue, if I was a United fan, yes, Jackson suits the way we play and everything like that, but at the same time, he is known for like not being able to handle some pressure moments, if I'm being fair, if I'm being objective about Jackson, right? Because like the 2 red cards, like almost in 4 games. He's also had moments where, you know, when he's not going in for him, that, you know, he starts losing his head too. So I'm not also sure that you know, that's also the right fit for you. But it's really right now what you're suffering from is like the battle of the mids, in my personal opinion. Either Jackson, Watkins, or Sesko. So again, for me personally, if you want to pay aim it,
but here's the thing, Ahmed. I want to like, you're saying about the battle of the mids, right? But I think even mid has levels to it. And here's the thing, mid has different like conversations, because Sesko does need a lot of time. I agree with Staffy. I don't think he's ready right now. Watkins, you will never hear me say positive words about Ollie Watkins. Can't stand the guy.
I used to cook him.
The thing is, no. I think you've been a bit harsh.
Okay, is it fair to say? Hear me out. Is it fair to say Mateta is in that like mid range?
Yes, I would say Watkins.
Mateta makes sense. That's
that would have been the perfect one for United.
No.
It would have been perfect.
I agree.
I think Mateta makes sense for United, definitely from like a money spent value. Like I feel like value for money.
Yeah, and if you're talking about
definitely
anything, he makes sense.
But I feel like but if you think about, I think what I would like to call the suitability, right? Who's the most like if the strategy just spoken about? Who's the one that kind of like suits the other guys? I would actually argue Jackson. This is me, obviously, this is me trying to be as unbiased as possible. Actually suits them. Can play deep. Can bring in guys like Mbeumo out, like, and those guys can be more so your primary goal scorers, and Jackson be somewhat like, you know, false 9, like or like, you know, CF creator essentially. So for me,
yeah, but I don't need a false 9 because I heard that so many times. I already have.
I know what you mean. But I think
Jackson on loan for a year is not that crazy.
The reality never going to on loan. Because the thing is, I know Aston Villa's interested in him. I know there's a lot of clubs interested in Italy. There's clubs that actually want to pay the money for Jackson.
Arsenal are interested.
Yeah, so listen.
Not happening.
Yeah, but
not happening.
No, but regardless, like there are clubs interested in Jackson. Now, I saw the news today that apparently, you know, you're looking at Aston Villa, Manchester United, and Chelsea to like do some sort of like swap deal between Watkins, Jackson, and Garnacho, right? And you know,
listen,
what people can hate me.
I have a proposal. I get Watkins, you give them Jackson, and then I give you Garnacho.
I already said this. I don't know if you watch my show, you probably heard me say this. I already said Garnacho already like coming to this football club. I don't know why people like don't want to.
You think he's coming?
He's already coming to the club. But
I'm going to say it.
But yes, I just know it's gonna happen. Like there's no point of me denying it. I think probably though. I don't know if it'll be like a soft deal, but I do think, yeah, if Chelsea is being cheeky, they might do what they did with Sancho, where they do a loan of obligation to buy basically again. But the loan option is the 30 million buy option. And if United buy on that again, that's what I'm going to say. But I think the club will
You're the bastards. You're valuing him at 30 million. Wallah al-Azim, I hate your club. I hate your club.
That's what he's
We
worth.
had a good relationship,
But
but the
realistic-
relationship is one way.
I think
We
30.
give you
Nah,
what
30
you
million
want,
is too
you
much.
spit on us.
Oh,
Shit, bro.
I promise it will be learning obligation.
How much is Garnacho truly worth?
I
They're,
think
they're
30
saying they're
million.
valuing him at 30 million, bro.
Yeah, 30
No,
million.
how much do United want?
United are
They-
delusional. United at some point wanted 70 mil. We were never gonna
No,
get
I
70.
know
They
what
rejected
Yeah,
a 50 million
like,
bid.
yeah,
Did you
nah,
guys that
never.
rejected
Yeah, no
like a
one's
50
saying
million bid for
We
Napoli?
rejected 50 in January.
Yeah. And that
And
was,
his stock was higher in January. The stock just went down since. A lot down.
And
But
now
you guys
everyone-
should have taken the
everyone-
bid when you could have.
like everyone knows that he's wanted out of the club. He's also got some of the stuff in the background, obviously that like not open him out at all either. So like it's like his price is tanked to like Madueke level when we bought him 2 years ago. So
Listen, let me just make something clear, because this is like Ahmed's first comment when he was talking about like the forward line players. First of all, guys, we have almost 700 people in here. We're not even at 200 likes yet. Can we get the likes up? You bunch of frauds. Number one. Number two. Look, here's the thing. When Ahmed was talking, he was talking about the battle of mid. The thing is, this is like the market that Man United are shopping in now. This is no longer the old days where they can go buy like Isak level players anymore. Like they're shopping in that market. They're shopping in that, you know, good player market, because like they can't attract the best of the best. Like I doubt even a Harry Kane would say yes to Man United right now, because they're just in an absolute mess. So that's why they need players who can elevate their level, you know, not just, you know, ceiling raisers, as they like to say, floor raisers as well, you know, because their floor is shit as well. That's another problem. Like their bench options and stuff like this. The good thing for Man United is they play one game a week. So if they could get a striker that even scores like, you know, 15, 16 like Premier League goals, that's a good thing for them.
That's why
I just
wanted
don't.
Mateta.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's why I think Watkins
Mateta's
would be good
more
for you guys as
practical.
well. That's why I think,
but they're also gonna try to rinse us for money, which is why I just really don't like the striker market right now. I have the mentality of how do we leave with the least damage. Sesko would be the most damaged because he'd cost the most, and I think 99% he's gonna flop at this club.
I agree.
That's number one.
if that's the
Number
mindset,
two-
I would definitely say go with Mateta then, 100%.
Yeah, but we're not linked with them, so it has to be Watkins. But the issue, they're gonna try to rinse us for Watkins as well. And one of my biggest issues with Watkins over the last few years, and Hassan will tell you this, no one spoke about him more than me. It's just like I always felt like he was overvalued. There's people that used to put in conversations that he never belonged in. And that's why when he had that one season where I think he had 19 and 13, so 19 goals, 13 assists in the Premier League, they put a price of 100 million on him. And I was like, he's never doing that again. Like you can't just sell for 100 million off one season. And then his price went last season to 70 mil. Arsenal, what did Arsenal do in January? Said we're good. We're not paying 70 mil in January. And that's
we bidded 40. We bidded 40. And they said
that's exactly why I think he should be around 45.
The thing is, yeah,
people are delusional with his price. But then you can argue that they don't need to sell and they're in Europa League.
Staffy,
So
you know
why
what
would
it
they
is?
sell?
People need to realize, yeah, that I like to call this the Emery effect. Emery is able to get the best out of like the strikers that he has. You know, if you look at all the strikers that he's had in his past, they become great goal scorers for him, and they produce quite well. But the moment they leave him, obviously I wouldn't put Cavani in this equation. They do not produce to that level again, bro. They go back to like whatever they were doing previously. So, you know, unless your manager is going to do something that's similar to what Emery is doing, then there's no point of you bringing in a guy like Watkins in my personal opinion.
He's good at running channels, and I feel like that's what we needed. Everyone talks about false nines or whatever. I don't need someone to hold up the ball right now as a 9.
But then again, Jackson does that though.
What do you think of Christian?
Yeah, but Jackson can't
just
finish.
run Xerxes for
Jackson will do everything but
Yeah,
finish the ball.
but the thing is, like again, like that might be like true to an extent, but like he's not any worse than Watkins in terms of finishing. So what is really the difference?
He's worse than
what is realistically the difference between?
No, he's Staffy. I want to tell you something. Remember at the beginning of the season. First of all, two things. Number one, I don't think this is a bad suggestion from Christian. Run Xerxes for a year, and you have Mbeumo and Cunha there. That's number one. Number two,
he's not a 9, bro, for us. I just said I need someone to run the channels, and then you say Xerxes.
It'd be like a false 9. I'll say this. Here's the thing with Jackson. If you can remember, the first like 15 game weeks, I'd say people are comparing Jackson to Haaland. When we were even doing team of the season videos, like people were putting Jackson as the striker. Remember the goal that he scored even away at Anfield? Like Jackson was actually having a really good time. I know he fell off a cliff. I don't know why, but he's at least shown signs. If you tell me right now Jackson or Watkins, I choose Jackson. Mateta, I
You're
put
not
above
spending
both
8
of them.
million for Jackson, Hassan. Let's be honest. We're
No, I'm not
talking about them
spending
being at the
80
same-
million.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's another thing. Jackson is like Chelsea's valued in like crazy
realistically,
price.
but guys, let's be honest. Let's be realistic.
Realistically, max I'd pay for Jackson 40.
Realistically, but realistically, I'm going to be honest with you guys. The 80 million is just, you know, the matronism of the club. We all know, I'm pretty certain Chelsea would probably want him to leave for around about 60 million pounds, right?
Even that's still too much, though, Ahmed.
I
Even
would
that's a lot.
disagree. No. In the current market, 60 million for Jackson.
It's not 5 million cheaper than Mbeumo, bro.
It's
Like,
value
I'm
for
not
money.
saying that.
No,
That's
but,
ridiculous.
But if you look at the market right now, in terms of the guys that have gone, Ekitike and him, for example, right? Ekitike is much better than him, and let's not get twisted. But in terms of goals scored and everything like that, Jackson, you can make the argument Jackson scored more than him over the last 2 seasons. He's been more consistent than him in the last.
He's your third string striker.
Right?
You're not selling him for 60 million.
And therefore, listen, but there's a credible argument to be made that 60 million is still value for money.
The only reason United would get Jackson,
way.
and Joey made that point, and Joey's spot on. He said because Chelsea can afford to give someone a good payment plan where your installments can be over 6 years. Chelsea would do something like that. So if United go to Chelsea and Chelsea's like, you know what, here's Jackson, pay me in 6 years, you're talking about 10 mil a year. United would love a deal like that because United don't.
Sorry to interrupt, guys, but I have a very important message for Staffy. It's been sent by one of the people that Staffy works with and one of the people that I work with. Like and subscribe, chat.
I know who it is.
Yes, Sam. Loving the show. I've just got one question that I need to ask Staffy. If Manchester United sign Ollie Watkins, is he still going to be a Dominic Solanke defender with me? Are we still going to be able to have our, neutral, solid ground over our hatred for Ollie Watkins? Or is he going to turn to the dark side? Is he going to abandon me? Is he going to abandon his morals, his beliefs in support of Ollie Watkins? I need to know this right now because otherwise, it could be damaging for the rest of the season.
He wants an answer. Say it, blood.
United signed Watkins. Unfortunately, Tom, Watkins is going to be the best striker in the league if we sign him.
I expect nothing less, bro. As shameless as ever.
I rate the shameless.
The game is the game. The game is the game.
Fair.
Sorry, Tom. Dominic Solanke Hive. I'll be exiting very soon.
Low-key, just low-key, a front line of Watkins and Mbeumo and Cunha is actually not that bad.
It is good. It works. It works.
No, that's definitely a good front three. That's definitely a good front three.
Then you'd be relying on Watkins for a lot of goals then.
No, right,
Like
not
you
really. Because I
Watkins
think
to
in
put the
our
ball
front
in the
line,
goal.
in Mbeumo right now, should be our top
Did
scorer.
Cory Photoshop himself on Spider-Man? Oh my
that's Cory.
God.
That's crazy.
Oh God. Sorry for saying he's an upgrade on TJ. I apologize, TJ. Go ahead, Staffy. Sorry.
Do you really think Mbeumo's going to be a top scorer? Do you not think it's going to be
I think Mbeumo currently should be our top scorer.
All right, fair enough.
He's just like from the front line that we have, he's the most direct player that we have. It's like that's what I keep saying. Like he stylistically plays like Salah. So it's like you look at Salah at Liverpool. There's a reason why he scores the most goals, even though he plays on the wing. And Mbeumo is just a version of him. He's probably not as class as him, but he's a similar version of him. He's very direct. He doesn't need a lot of space and a lot of time to shoot. He doesn't look to dribble past everyone before he shoots. All you have to do is give him half a yard. He gets into good areas. He would be your top scorer if you just give him the support cast around him, And he's proven it last season with scoring 20 goals, So stylistically, he should be a top scorer.
What do you think your ceiling is this season in terms of league finish?
With Watkins?
Yes.
How about the rest of the signings? Just that? So let's say
you sign Watkins. Yeah, let's say you sign Watkins, then call it a day.
You sign Watkins and you close the window. 10th, 9th, 8th is best.
8th is best.
That's it.
What is your expectation for the season, actually, ironically? I've not asked you.
Yeah, that's a good question.
It's a general question. Sorry, I actually thought.
You want to know my prediction for the season?
Yes, please.
Expectation.
We're probably going to be 10th. Around that.
Jesus.
I think we're a better mid-table
10th,
team.
bro.
That's what I think we are. Like, I just watched this with my own eyes 3 days ago. Did I tell you guys how Højlund almost hit me in the crowd?
Genuinely.
Yeah, well, I'm not joking. Because I was sitting behind the goal. So right before I sat, like, I'm about to sit, and I see Højlund running, and he hits the post. And I was like, if he doesn't hit the post, and it's just like half a yard kida, it hits me. And I was like, Rabbana Sata. 10 minutes later.
Why did he not give your player confidence?
I'm not joking when I say, wallahi, the ball was about 5 yards from me. Like, he just completely missed the target, and the ball was about 5 yards from me.
This is what I'm talking about, man. Listen, you need to give your player confidence, man. You should have done a fake save. And
Bro, I was so upset. I wanted him to keep shooting because I'm not gonna lie. You know when people kick the ball into the crowd and they give it back? Wallahi, I wasn't gonna give it back. I was just gonna keep it. And I know it's not the right thing to do, but I would have kept it. So the minute Højlund stopped shooting and they stopped passing, I got disappointed. Because I generally thought, like, wallahi, I wanted to put the ball behind me here. Like, I was gonna put the ball here or here, be like, guys, look, I got this ball from the United West Ham game, but he stopped shooting. So I was low-key disappointed. He couldn't hit the target once.
There's something I do want to talk about.
3 shots, 3 times he missed the target.
There's something I do want to talk about because, like, it's all well and good us talking about incomings when it comes to Manchester United and, like, you know, them getting guys. But bro, what's going on with these outgoings, bro? You know, it's like 2 weeks into the league starts. What's going on with the outgoings at United, bro? You know what I mean?
Bro, wallahi, I thought about this earlier. Like, wallahi, I was thinking about Ahmed like maybe 2 hours ago. I generally just clocked it. United have sold 0 players and the league starts in 2 weeks.
Bro, Anthony's still here. Garnacho's still there. Rashford only just left like 2 weeks ago.
About that right now, yeah, because like I was obviously my previous show was talking about Chelsea and I was talking about, you've sold this kind of sell. We still got like 3 or 4 more, like 5 more players left to sell. Yeah, and then like right now I was thinking, have United even sold any of the guys they looking to sell?
The only outgoing that we made money off, I guess saved money off, was just Rashford. Because we don't have to pay salary for a year. That's it. We've made
Barca paying full wages.
So like he's taking a wage cut at Barca, but they're paying his full wage there. I forgot how much he's getting paid.
Okay,
but
well,
he took a wage cut, and
at least you got that. What's it called? Yeah, because like I swear Rashford, like he's like top 2 earners, ain't he? So at least you got like that off your books. So, but only for
yeah, they did their own thing. But we basically saved about like 13, 14 mil on salaries.
You could probably tell us.
Should be more than that.
You can probably tell us a bit more about, like, obviously the outgoings situation.
There's no outgoings, bro. We're having fucking Real Betis being cheapskates, trying to offer us 50% custody of Anthony. I'm not even joking about that.
I said this yesterday. He's not joking.
Real Betis want to pay us about, what was it? I forgot what the price. It was very low. Yes, I forgot. It was like around 13 mil, some trash fee. All right, and they want to basically give us 50% of his image rights. So we sold him, but we technically own 50% of his images, as if he's like prime Ronaldo. Disgusting. Obviously, Garnacho situation, you already know what it is. I mean, who else are we selling? Malacia? That's it. We don't really have, like, bro, like the way, this is why like United fans has been deluded for a while. And I'm happy at least Hussam has been, you've been tapped in from like May when I was talking about United summer. So you can never say Staffy said this late. You know I've been saying it before it was popular. And when I was still getting negative and all that shit. United summer was always going to be horrible. A team that finished 15th doesn't really have a lot of assets. And with our assets, we're just, like, the fact that we were demanding all that money for Garnacho, the reality is the market forced itself on United. United just have to obey to what the market is. And the market tells you that Garnacho is not going to be the money that you want him to be. The market tells you that, unfortunately, you're not going to get what you want for Anthony, which pisses me off because Joao Felix, who's been an absolute bum over the last couple of years, he goes to Saudi for 40 million, and I can't get 40 million for Anthony. And Anthony right now is much more serviceable than what's his name, than Joao Felix. We're not really getting any money. Like, there's no real cash coming into United this summer. The
you know what it is?
Probably going to be a couple loans, and that's it.
Staffy, it also makes the Bruno, like rejecting taking the Bruno from Saudi money. Even it makes that like.
Yeah, but to be fair, now that I think about it, as much as I wanted it to happen, they get linked with a good midfielder. Which is why I kind of understand why Emram did it. I said that Emram, he got shook so bad by how bad United are and how he didn't get backed in January that he knows if we sold Bruno, there's no guarantees that 100 million is going to go get spent. United fans are saying, go get Baleba, go get Wharton. That's what we want. I don't trust Ineos to go get that, bro. Ineos had Richard Rios available for 30 million euros, and they didn't move a finger. They didn't do nothing. They didn't pick up one phone to call and say, go get me that. Imagine one of the best money for value players available there in Richard Rios, and you're broke right now, and he's only there for 30 million euros, not pound euros, and he goes to Benfica. The only reason he didn't even go to Roma because Roma couldn't afford the 30 million euros. It just shows you how easy it was to get him, and he would have came to United, and we didn't move. This is why
I think we have two clubs.
I understand why we're
on this. We have two clubs on this panel that sell horribly, and that's Man United and Arsenal. My club and Ahmed's club both managed to get a lot of money. I think like if the reverse happened, let's say Arsenal wanted Garnacho instead of Madueke, you wouldn't have even been able to like squeeze 50 million out of Arsenal. Let me just read this quickly. Glock 14, 2 goals versus Portuguese top half of the table opposition. A voice of reason. I promise you we're going to come to Arsenal soon, my brother. But there is something that, has been... why are we just bypassing it? Ahmed thinks, by the way, guys, almost 1,000 people in here, not 200 likes. Just hit the like button, close the live chat, hit the like button, continue to enjoy the show right now. Please like and subscribe. So, Mr. Ahmed, you said Garnacho is going to be a Chelsea player, but you never elaborated. I need elaborations, brother. I need explanations. I need you. Man said, hold that Staffy, my Benfica story. He actually is a Benfica fan, by the way. He actually is.
I've been holding too much for 2 years, man. Leave me alone. Stop telling me to hold stuff. Khalas, wallah. I'm running.
I like how when you straight up brings up Garnacho, bro. What's it called? Staffy just says, like, bring.
You want to know what's funny
bro,
about Fonzie?
I need to see money, bro. I'm starving for money. Give me money. I need cash. Come on,
let me tell you.
Hey, that nigga starving.
Spanish pounds. I need to see some of that.
You know what's funny about what's funny about this like Fonzie stuff? Fonzie is a Benfica Liverpool fan. He tells me the worst pain he ever felt was the Nunes pain because he watched him at 2-3 years in Benfica and he watched him at Liverpool. And he's like, that's why he's extra gonna celebrate when he leaves. Anyway, so with this whole Garnacho thing, we ain't gonna just bypass it like you just didn't say like, oh yeah, I think Garnacho is gonna be a Chelsea player, by the way. Why? How? Why is this happening? How does this make sense?
The reason
how is this logical?
I mean, it's quite easy because apparently there's someone up high, someone of our directors or like head scouts that really likes Garnacho. I want to the whole club. That's the simple reason. I know what to tell you. And the reality is, again, a lot of our Chelsea reporters are saying Chelsea are going for Simmons and then Garnacho. And Garnacho is later on in the window. So they've been reporting on that stuff for a long while, bro. They've been reporting on our relationship with United, our long links with him for quite a while now. So I've just accepted it's an inevitability. Now, the thing about Chelsea that you must understand.
Aren't you disappointed though?
Wait, I've not got my opinions here. I'm just telling you what the story is. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The thing about Chelsea is sometimes, bro, they just like to buy players because they think that they do this thing where they do flips, right? Where they buy these guys really low for money, and they think give them a year or two, we can make our money back in for 50 million. You know what I mean? What we need to do is look at João Felix. I still don't know how we did that, but shout out Cristiano Ronaldo. You know what I mean? That's my goat now from now on. So maybe we can do that for Garnacho. Maybe Messi wants him in the US, maybe in TSI. But ideally, I would
don't like him because he rates Cristiano above Messi.
But ideally, of course, I wouldn't like him, right? But I don't want a lot of the background stuff that comes with him, a lot of the baggage that comes with him personally. But at the same time, I can understand that if I obviously remove a lot of that stuff from him, and just look at what he does, right? He's a type of winger that is very direct, which is something that Maresca likes in his team,
Chelsea fans, listen.
right? You know what I mean? No, listen, chill out, bro. I'm just talking about Bare Bones, right? Bare Bones,
Yeah, I'm saying
he's very direct. He's Bare Bones, right? He's very direct, and he can obviously cut inside, which is something that the type of winger that the Maresca likes to utilize as well. His issue is just the shooting ability, right? And maybe we've got some shooting guys at Chelsea that can help him out. I have no idea. Personally, I said this before, I don't want him. But I think more than likely the reason why you're trying to buy a guy like him is that I think
Why are you gaslighting your fan base right now? Why?
I'm not
How are you
gaslighting.
justifying Garnacho, bro? What is
Let him
going
cook
on?
bad. Let him cook.
Wait. I didn't listen. I'm just not even. This is not me like gaslighting my fan base. This is what the club sees. This is not what I see. It's what the club is seeing. This is even me putting my bias aside and just looking at it. My personal opinion is that it's probably going to be a flip. That's the way I look at it. It's probably going to be a flip, bro.
What? So you just think you'll flip him in like 2 years?
Yeah, bro, that's probably going to happen. Yes.
Well, you do realize in order to flip, the player has to be good.
I'm saying.
Was Madueke good?
You can't flip shit.
Was João Felix good for us?
Would you say
Madueke,
Garnacho was an upgrade on Madueke then? Since what's it called? He's gone in and he'll come out.
No, the point I'm trying to make is that Madueke wasn't great. Garnacho definitely not an upgrade on Madueke. But the point I'm trying to make is that a lot of these guys that we've sold are probably just as bad as Garnacho. Yeah, and we've been able to sell them for a profit. So
I think Madueke is a tier above. I think Madueke is a tier above.
Garnacho's worse, I promise you.
Yeah, Garnacho's
no. Listen, I'm just saying. Listen, I think that's fair. But the point I'm trying to make is that we're probably going to flip him for a profit. That's what we're going to do. And at the same time, if there's one thing I will tell you for sure that's probably going to happen, it's not even going to be that we buy him outright from United. We'll do the same thing we did with Sancho. With Sancho, we did a loan of obligation to buy. No one knew that we have to pay United 5 million if we don't want to buy him. So there is ways that I think the club can just, if they don't want him and don't want to sell him, I don't really think it's like that. I don't really think, in my personal opinion, it's as bad as it seems. If it's the loan of obligation option, I don't mind. I'll be honest, for one season.
You don't mind, but for him to do what though?
He can just be a bench option, bro. Look how many guys we're getting in. We got
like the likes of Tyreek Jordan deserve a chance over him.
Tariq Jordan's going out on loan, bro. Big up to my boy Tariq, but Tariq is going out on loan. He wants to go out on loan, and the club is probably going to set him up to go out on loan. So that's probably what's going to happen, right? So I think for me, you already got Javi Simmons coming into the team. You've got Cole Palmer, Neto, Estevao in the team, right? Gittins is in the team too, right? So listen, he's going to compete at the end of the day, right? He'll probably be a bench option for us, a guy who can bring in the last 10 minutes, 15 minutes here. That, you know, he's gonna drive with the ball. He's got a bit of pace. He gets tired legs. And again, if we get for a loan of obligation to buy, I don't really see it as bad as I think.
I don't think United can loan him. There's no benefit of loaning him. He's on cheap wages. He's only on 50K. He's not a Sancho who's on 200 plus or a Rashford who's on 300 plus.
He's gonna compete.
Listen, but this is where you know the special relationship comes in. You know what I mean? This is where the special relationship comes in, Staffy. So you know, that's what I'll say to you.
Are you actually to Man United what Arsenal are to you?
What do you mean?
Arsenal buy your trash. You're buying Man United's trash. Second summer.
We don't buy anyone though. We didn't buy you, Sancho. We didn't buy Sancho.
To be fair, we took their trash. We took Mason Mount.
Yeah, we don't buy their trash, bro.
Yeah. And how much was Mount? What was Mount, like 60 mil?
The funny thing is, yeah, I promise you,
55.
It doesn't matter. Listen, it doesn't matter what I've
asked for. Lick back on you. That's all.
Listen, I know my lick back, but I promise you.
Staffy's just waiting for his lick back.
Can I make you a promise?
I can't believe Bridge Nation is doing Garnacho prop.
I'm not doing Garnacho prop. I'm not doing Garnacho. I'm just telling you.
Are you gonna be Garnacho Nation since you're no more Nani Nation or Madueke
Forget
Nation?
the Bridge Nation, bro. You can change the whole. We're gonna whole revamp.
Listen, badge of a place. I just support the badge. That's what I just say. You know these days.
You know the picture with Ahmed with the Havertz shirt. He's gonna get that with the. He's gonna get that with the Garnacho one next.
No. But like I said this before, again, I can see from like if we remove a lot of the rubbish like that is surrounding him, even like there is something there of the player, right? And there's no denying that at the end of the day. And I think people who say that obviously are lying to themselves. But listen, guys, I've got so many good players already ahead of him. This is not even going to start for me. So why am I worried?
So how do you expect
10 million for Alejandro plus add-ons 10 million to keep Roberto there?
I don't know who Alejandro is. He's from now on known as Alex Garnacho. Can we respect him for who he is now? I'm not joking. Also, you can laugh all you want.
Nah, it's crazy, bro. The fact that he's actually changed the whole thing on like his IG and everything is ridiculous.
And also,
he went through a whole change for you guys. He's no longer Alejandro. He's now Alex.
He's Alex, bro. He's Alex a new man. He's a new man when he goes to
Listen,
Chelsea.
yeah, listen,
Who you-
bro,
who me?
listen.
I
If he's
want
the
to
new man,
understand.
see it.
Who's
Let's
to
see what
keep
happens.
Roberto there? Who's Roberto?
I think he means
brother.
Robert Sanchez. Robert Sanchez, isn't it?
Some
What does
say it's our
Sanchez
Sam,
have
some
to
say
do
it's
with
actually
it?
his brother, but we'll see.
But
What
no,
does Sanchez have to do with this?
I think because obviously Chelsea fans don't like Roberto, isn't it?
Bro.
But
You want to know something? One thing I don't like when people aren't consistent. We laughed at Arsenal for Madueke. We should laugh at Chelsea for Garnacho if they get that transfer through. I think he offers Chelsea absolutely nothing. I think this is just an absolutely stupid transfer that makes no sense. Not every time you can save a hole, bro. Sometimes you have to let the hole be the hole.
Listen, I get that, but I think this is everything you're saying. I think is to a large extent true. But the thing is, I just think we're just trying to buy him for a flip. That's all it is. We're just trying to buy. We think we can buy him for 30 million and probably in 2 seasons sell him for 40. That's generally what I believe we can do with him. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you right now, if you guys do end up where to somehow flip him, like you see the way we're talking about João Felix and we're like, how did Chelsea get this much money for him? If you guys do flip him, it's gonna be the exact same thing with Garnacho. I'm telling you right now. Like it's not going to be one of those where like he improves because it's not like you guys aren't in the Conference League anymore. It's not like he's going to play them shit midweek games, bro. You guys in the Champions League.
All it does, it just helps us with FFP. So, guys, again, we need to think about this.
Do you want to buy Nunes as well?
Astaghfirullah. Chill out, man. We've got too many strikers already.
They would 100% buy Garnacho for 30 mil and try to flip him for Madueke money in a couple of years. That's the only reason they're not going to pay. United want 50 million now. We're not going to get 50 million for him. They're not going to be like, oh, we just sold Madueke for that. Let's go spend all that money on Garnacho. They're not.
You're both missing the point. In order to flip someone, said someone has to play. Chelsea are not going to play Garnacho in the Premier League. They're not going to play Garnacho in the Champions League. Madueke played Premier League minutes, a lot of them, 31 games, and Madueke played the Conference League too. So in order to flip someone, you need to give them the ability to play games of football.
That's true. No, that's fair.
And I'll tell you something. We're not talking about flipping, right? Can I provide you someone who you could flip and actually has a much higher ceiling and costs half the money? Why don't Chelsea just go buy Malik Fofana from Lyon?
He's going to Everton.
He's injured.
Stop it.
He's injured.
Allah, he's going to Everton. I'm not joking.
He rejected Everton like a day ago, bro. You missed it.
No. He's injured. He's injured now.
He rejected Everton.
He's injured right now, Sam. Sam is injured.
Yeah, Habiba, I know he's injured, but that's not the point. You're talking about flipping. Don't change your energy now.
I wanted Malik Fofana. I don't know why you're trying to say this. I want Malik Fofana.
Yeah, so if you get Malik Fofana for half the price, you can flip him and he will help you.
Malik Fofana's been quoted, I think, if I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong, I've been out of the loop here, but hasn't he been like quoted to be around about 51 million?
25 million pounds.
Or is it? I don't know. If it's 25 million pounds, listen, I wanted him since the beginning of the summer. So if we can get him for 25 million, let's make it happen. I don't mind that, but I don't know. For me, my issue is I just don't understand why we're targeting Garnacho to begin with, in my personal opinion. But there's something that's just going on where I don't know if Garnacho's agent's got something on the sporting directors or something like that, but they want him, and so I can't control what happens there, Sam, bro. I wanted Malik Fofana from the beginning. Check my tweets, but it's not happening.
There's only one proven Premier League
that makes sense in terms of flipping and someone who can help your team.
I agree.
Ahmed, who's proven in the Premier League? Garnacho or Malik Fofana?
Oh, here we go. Premier League proven argument.
Am I lying?
Staffy is never gonna. Okay, United gunner, relax. Am I lying, chat? Allow it.
It's just a bunch of Garnacho prop on this right side of the panel.
I don't make the rules.
I can't believe Mr. Ahmed is doing Garnacho prop. It's the weirdest thing ever, bro.
This is why his fan base doesn't like him. That's why Marshall cooks him, RSM cooks him, Joey cooks him. You know,
Marshall can't cook shit. Marshall can't cook shit. Marshall is below Ahmed level, 100% below Ahmed.
The problem is,
Diaz is below Ahmed. Allow it. Who can cook?
The problem is for Sam, I don't want Garnacho. I'm pretty sure everyone here knows that I don't want Garnacho.
طب خلاص, say that then. Don't tell me the club wants him because
I have
this,
to.
But
what we need to understand,
he's explaining
Sam,
it. To be fair, he's not saying I want it. He's explaining.
Okay, how about this? Let's all take a step back. Let's take a step back. Give me Ahmed's opinion, not why Chelsea want to buy him.
I don't want Garnacho at the club.
Okay, خلاص, say that then. Say I don't want Garnacho.
but everyone knows this already. But I'm just explaining what the club perspective of why they probably.
Now, to be fair, before he went on his whole Garnacho prop thing, he did say, "I don't want him." So
Okay, خلاص, say it then. Say it that way, brother. We believe you. We believe you. The thing is, like, it just makes no sense to me. I think Fofana is a lot smarter option. I think Chelsea are a smart club, but
The thing
every
is, you
now
know
and
what's
then-
funny, Sam? We're meant to be getting Quenda next season. So I don't even know. Like the only logical reason I can think of, that you're bringing this guy in because you think you can flip him. That's the only genuine reason you can.
One
Yeah,
year
bro,
and
like,
flip him
you
to
got
Saudi
Wenda,
Arabia. Al Nassr is waiting.
you got Estevao.
Yeah,
See, there you
that's
go.
what I'm saying,
That's why you have. That's why you have Ahmed.
Listen,
hater.
man, they can hate me, man, but I'm never leaving.
I
ain't
love this
leaving.
account. It only shows up when I'm on stream with
When
Ahmed.
Ahmed is streaming,
that's
That's what-
I
dedication, bro.
never see this account.
I have never seen him on a different stream ever, except when I invite Ahmed. Subhanallah,
Big up,
never
man.
ever in any other stream. Wallahi.
Yeah, I've
Never.
never seen him anywhere else. He
Let
just
me read
takes
this
time off.
before we move on. Talk about Gyokeres. Roberto's his brother. We flipped Felix with a shit loan. Yeah, but Felix is still a
I can't
player
lie to
that,
you, Felix.
that like can catfish.
Shout
you.
out to CR7.
Garnacho can't catfish you.
You know what it is for Sam. Felix
Yes.
was. I can't believe he even did that. That's like even I'm shocked. I'll be honest. I don't even know
Yeah,
how
bro,
we got.
that's
Bro just said,
laundering.
"Fuck it." He just said, "I'm going for the bag for 2 years."
No, but like to even I can't believe they offered us that money for him.
Well,
You know what I mean?
he should.
Oh, yeah, that's criminal. That's criminal,
That's
bro.
what I'm saying. Like it's crazy because we got that money for him. Like I can't believe like Cristiano Ronaldo, man. Listen, bro, he's not. Listen, we need to make sure, this guy never becomes a foreign director anywhere else because.
What is the
that
difference between Ronaldo in Al Nassr and LeBron James in the Lakers? They both just get their friends, they get France
Bro.
players around them, and they
Just
won't do shit.
get all the boys to pull up, man. Literally.
This
Jobs
is
for the
mad.
boys, nepotism FC. That's what it is. Ronaldo pulled up for everyone except for the United boys. I remember that, bro. This is why Messi's the GOAT. Because when I need something, you're not there. All that's working for Ronaldo, not yet. There's zero offers of Al Nassr for Garnacho. All right, man. I'll remember
That's
that.
why MJ is the GOAT as well, because the bubble championship don't count. Big up to Offerspill who says, I'm gonna start off in reverse. Haaland is better than Isak, who's better than Ekitike, who's better than Gyokeres, better than Watkins, better than Sesko, better than Cunha, better than Pedro, better than Matata, better than Wisa, better than Wood, better than Havertz, better than Ebenezer, better than Welbeck, better than Strand Larsen, better than Solanke, better than Jackson, better than Delap, better than Darwin, better than Hoyland. There is like 5 or 6
Cunha's
that
not a
I
9, so I
disagree
don't know
with
why he's
here.
there.
To be fair.
Wait. Actually,
There's
that's
5
a
or
good
6
point.
that I disagree with here. I think Sesko's too high. I think
Yeah,
Pedro
why
needs
is
to be a
all the
bit
way
higher.
up there?
Yeah, why is Sesko all the way up there? I don't know. I think Chris Wood is definitely up there as well, based on the season he just had as well. And yeah, there's a lot
You know
to
what I
argue.
just
so
here.
realized?
so
You
low?
know, you know what I just realized right now, guys? Brand Larson. That's actually a good guy for United, you know. Why have you not even
Yeah,
targeted
I'm
him?
not taking another Brentford player. Allow it.
No,
Let's
it's
move
on
on.
Wolves.
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 Oh, my bad. You
He
know,
actually
because they
scored
have so many
14
Danish
goals
players
this
in
year.
Brentford. No, I hear you, but no.
That's actually.
Fair.
If anything, it would have been nice to go for Wissa.
Yeah, I was about to say, you
Speaking
better
of
go for
purchase,
Wissa
40
than
mil?
for Strand Larsen, bro.
Speaking of strikers, perfect segue to talk about Arsenal Football Club. You get me. Big up to all of you guys. We have 900 people locked in. Let's get the likes up, chat. Please subscribe to the channel. Also, go subscribe to all these content creators because they came on today. They're making this stream elite. Even Ahmed. So hit the like button, subscribe to the channel right here, right now, and
We
go
made it
subscribe
elite
over to
despite
the
Ahmed.
channel as well. No, I said even Ahmed because he did Garnacho prop, so he deserves
No, we
the
did it
even.
despite him. So the stream's still
Yeah.
good despite him.
He's doing Garnacho.
They're gonna naturally pop on that right side, bro. That's fine.
Cory, it's your time to shine, brother. Here, I'm gonna put you in the Ahmed seat. Gyokeres
Big
came.
tinted, bro.
Eze
What's the
next.
difference in seats?
How you feel about Arsenal's situation right now?
Listen, the last couple weeks, like the start of the window, was really bad. Signing Kepa, Norgard, all these players that weren't going to make the difference. Last couple weeks now, Zubimendi, obviously Gyokeres is now in. Finally replaced Aubameyang. It only took 3.5 years, but I've dealt with Jesus. I've dealt with Lacazette since then. I've dealt with Havertz. I've dealt with hella trash, bro. But finally got someone that you can put up front, bro. Someone else finally that can go part of that front line and like actually give something for defenders to like worry about other than Saka. Because we already know the left side this season is obviously, unless Eze comes in and like he'll like probably end up playing some games out there. But like as it stands right now, Martinelli, Trossard, and Madueke is the biggest battle of mid on that left side that's going to be for left wingers in the Prem this year. I'm telling you. But for Gyokeres, very happy, bro. Obviously, the goal record speaks for itself. 50 this year, 40 the year before. Like, this guy's got more goals than Sesko's got games for Leipzig.
In the Portuguese league, yeah.
In the Portuguese league, all that, cool. But like, it is what it is. Like, I mean, what am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to insert the guy in Spain so we can just go do it there? But it is what it is.
I just wanted to mention what league he's in. That's all.
Yeah, man.
No. It's common knowledge. We're gonna see what he does in the Prem. What's it called? We're gonna see what he does in the Prem, obviously. But like, I've seen Havertz score 15. I've seen Havertz score 15 goals in the system, bro. If he can do that, I can only imagine that Gyokeres is gonna improve that, bro. So for me, the attack has finally been upgraded. Overall, in midfield, I would say it's probably gotten worse because for me personally, I would have kept Partey on a 1-year deal, and then obviously him with Zubameni coming in, I would have done that with the year and then look to bring in a backup the year after. But Zubameni and Norgard, like obviously Norgard, he's like, it's almost just like the Jorginho at this point, literally. Like, he's a squad player. He's not gonna be one of the players that's gonna actually like have the potential to break into 11. He's just there to play the League Cup games, FA Cup games, all that. But yeah, man, can't complain so far. And hopefully bring in Eze. I think the Rodrygo is dead and gone. Like, I feel like that dream, like that boat is fully sailed. I feel like
he only joins heritage teams. You know this.
All right, cool, nice, man. But even without it, bro, even if we bring in Eze, I'll still be very happy with the starting 11 players that we brought in with them 3. So yeah, man.
Okay, should be happy, but what does that happiness gonna lead to this season? Let's talk about that.
It should and has to lead to a major honor, bro, because 6 years, 1 FA Cup, bro, like not good. It's not good enough. Like, I've literally said this multiple times, bro, and it's not even at the point where like if you win an FA Cup, like if you won one of the cups this year, like that's enough. Like at this point, like you can't be doing that. He has to bring home the League of the Champs.
I am to collect the future. I told you so's. Rodrygo to Arsenal is done. I can't say how I know I'm ready to get cooked, but for now, but see you in August.
Yo, send me your pack, bro. I would love to think that too, man.
Factually, yesterday, literally, the Marca Radio, the guy with 600,000 followers, came out and said that Rodrygo prefers Liverpool, and there is factually no evidence to suggest that Rodrygo even wants to leave Real Madrid to begin with.
Yeah, but do you think? But if you guys go out and get Isak, though, do you think you'll actually go and get Rodrygo too?
That's not the point. If you get Eze, you're not gonna get Rodrygo.
Oh yeah, no, 100%. I definitely see that. It's definitely going to be one of the two. Like that's
because if Eze, if you sign Eze, he's going to play left wing. Make no mistake, he is.
No, I definitely agree with you because I always said that it was always going to be one of the two, and like it's not. I'm sure it's not a coincidence that as the Eze links have like gotten stronger, like the Rodrygo links have like slowly just gone more and more quiet. So yeah, but even like I've always said, Eze or Rodrygo, I'm happy. I'll be happy with either of them. Yeah, I'll be happy with either of them, 100%.
You definitely.
I hear you guys, but like, yeah, that's like, I just don't see a world. The problem is there's only so many positions on the pitch to be in. Like that's the thing. And you see, TK, I love when people like you, like it's easy for you to just pipe up like Don Hussam exclusive. Okay, I'm gonna tell you the reason why I said what I said. Odegaard is not gonna get dropped, not because TKA doesn't think he should be dropped. Because Arteta doesn't think he should be dropped because he's the Arsenal captain. Okay? Saka's not going to get dropped. Your striker is Gyokeres. Are you going to play Rodrygo LDM? No, you're not. Exactly. Are you going to play Eze left defensive midfielder? No, you're not. So Eze will be your starting left winger if you sign him. So now you bring Rodrygo in. What do you tell him? Oh, you and Eze are going to rotate. Yeah, because he said no to being on the bench at Real Madrid to say yes to being on the bench at Arsenal, right? Oh, Don Hussam exclusive. Ha ha ha, I got him there. Shut your ass up and eat a kebab. Fraud. And it has no flavor as well. Turkish food is shit.
You said dry kebab. Jesus.
Turkish food is shit. And flavorless. I went to Istanbul, didn't have one good meal other than fast food. Anyway, big up to the desserts there, though. And the woman. Anyway, Ahmed, your thoughts on the Arsenal thing?
Listen, man.
You know when he smiles like that, you know he's about to drop.
I'm just waiting for the gas that he's going to try to attempt. I'm just waiting for it.
No, man, listen, Gyokeres.
It's always the smile before the take, man.
Listen, with Gyokeres, with Gyokeres, man, I'm not very high on him. I said that my thing before. I think the way he plays doesn't suit the way the manager plays, in my personal opinion. Unless the manager is willing to change something, I don't know what's going on in that situation. In my personal opinion,
I apologize, TK, if you're responding to the super chatter. I'm sorry. I apologize, my brother. I love you. I love you. I have to say, guys, Turkey was great. When I went there, Istanbul was phenomenal. You get me? I went to Hagia Sophia. I went to all the mosques. The women were beautiful. You get me? Love you, TKA. Go subscribe to TKA Football right now. Anyway, carry on, Ahmed. Sorry, my bad.
Yeah, no, that's all good. But like I said before, I'm just not very Gyokeres. I'm not looking at him with keen eye. I don't think he's gonna be the guy that people believe in. I really think he's gonna be that where.
How is the same guy that did Garnacho prop mocking Gyokeres? I need to understand.
I separated myself.
Ahmed, can I just ask you a question real quick, please?
Ahmed separated himself.
The same person that's doing Garnacho prop is trying to attack Gyokeres.
I don't, because I separated myself because I said I don't want him, and then I just talked about why the club would want him. That's the difference. You know what I mean? That's two different entities. That's Ahmed the person, then Ahmed the Chelsea. You know what I mean?
Ahmed the gaslighter, yeah.
You know what I mean? That's it is. But Gyokeres, this is genuinely my opinion. I said this before. If someone that was struggling in La Liga is scoring 19 goals in that league, you have to look at that league, man, with a nice little side eye. Even though that guy, I think, is a good talent. That's all I'm gonna say. But I think for me, Gyokeres, I'm looking at him with a very big side eye. I don't know if he's gonna be able to,
But why?
do that
Tell me
much.
why. Explain why.
I said
How
before,
about we get to the why part?
I told you the words already. I think he's a transitional player. I don't think Arteta's going to be able to help him out in the transition. I think if you look at the way he's actually, obviously, the way the goals he scores, stuff like that, and on the transition, he's not the way that Arsenal play. I don't really think suits him. Unless that changes, I don't know what's going to happen. Maybe he improves and becomes somewhat decent. I think the other thing for me is that when you're playing in a league like Portuguese league, bro, I think the level of competition is completely different, bro. Let's be fair. Let's be honest, bro. The level of competition is going to be a lot harder in the Premier League than it is in the Portuguese league, bro. We cook. Yeah, listen. From a choice perspective, we cook players that come from the Bundesliga because it's easy to attack in that league. Yeah, when they come to the Premier League, the vast majority of them, I'm not saying all of them, but the vast majority of them, bro, they struggle in this league.
But who was the exception? Haaland. Someone with an unbelievable goal-scoring record. The problem is, Gyokeres has an unbelievable goal-scoring record. So it's not like a bad... The reason why Haaland became the exception is because Haaland had a crazy goal-scoring record. Gyokeres has a crazy goal-scoring record.
But again, if you break down the goal-scoring record, as one of your own seed protectors literally informed you, look at him now. Look at that. Once again, let's bring up that item just before I forget. You know what I mean? 2 goals versus the top half of the table. So,
I heard it's fake. Fake.
Okay, it's fake. Fair enough.
Yeah, but someone put a breakdown today. He had like 4 goals against Porto alone last season. So if that's true, then I don't know.
No, but here's the other thing that I feel like people are just underestimating, bro. Like the one thing this Arsenal team needs the most is a goal scorer, and it's been like that for years. So adding him to this is the biggest asset. This is the biggest improvement we could have made all summer, and we've been needing to make it for so long, and now we finally done it. So the amount of the games last year, the game 1-1 against Brighton, where I see Havertz go clean through on goal at 1-1, and he's hit it straight at the keeper, bro. The West Ham game at not this season just gone, but the season before, West Ham, we lost 2-0 at home. We had 30 shots, we scored no goals, bro. And even in look at the PSG game this year, that first leg, the amount of chances that we missed there, one of the we had 3 clear chances in that PSG game. No one can tell me that Gyokeres is not putting one of those. If Gyokeres is on the end of any of those 3, he's not putting that away. So adding a goal.
That's what Ahmed is telling you live on this channel.
This is what I'm talking about. I knew Ahmed was gonna sit here and try to gaslight me, bro, about it. Though,
actually, I think Staffy shared this opinion. No,
I did, yeah. Pretty much me and Ahmed said similar things. Listen, I think Cory is right. First of all, I want to say the fact that Cory is sitting here flattering another Swedish striker when he is Swedish himself. I think that's shameless. I mean,
No.
Isak giving Gyokeres prop. What's wrong with you? That's
Bro, I've already told you. I've already told you, bro. If he switches and goes join them, if he goes join those other Reds, he's dead to me.
Yeah, Cory's
Staffy, we discussed this yesterday, bro. We literally discussed this yesterday. How you feel about Salah? I mean, that's gonna be me with Isak. Literally, it's gonna be straight that.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying.
It's not the same because Liverpool and Arsenal ain't travels like that.
Yeah, but Cory's from the same country as Isak.
Like in that sense. Obviously, between you is like it's way worse. Like compare Arsenal and Liverpool. But
you're Eritrean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. First, I never knew that.
Yeah. So even like that's why when I seen like Isak like cooking when he was from Newcastle, bro, like I can't have that. Like, and the worst part is
that's where the request is coming.
Tell him where to go, bro. My dad literally supports Liverpool as well, so I know like when I come up for after my breaks, I know this guy's gonna have this shirt somewhere in the house, bro. I swear to God, man.
Your dad supports Liverpool and you went to support fucking Arsenal, bro.
This is why they always say, listen to your elders growing up. Cory clearly didn't listen to his elders.
It wasn't even him that like straight introduced me. So you could like blame him. Like if he like fully introduced it to me like himself, like in terms of like watching the games and all that, like it probably would have been like, I'll be real, 100%. But he didn't take advantage, bro. He gave me free will, and what's it called? I used that free will wastefully.
That's
bro.
the good thing about being Arab. Your children have no free will. It's beautiful. My children will have zero free will. My children will literally have 100% no choice. You are going to support this football club whether you like it or not. And if you don't,
I definitely get that. 100%.
I'll open the door and go find a family to adopt you.
100%. I've always said, like, same thing with my kids, bro. Like, it's either this or you. I don't want to see you watching this sport, bro. Period.
That's true, actually, Daniel. Igal streamed with his dad to the game today. Big up to Igal and his pops. That was an amazing stream.
Igal understands why. Let's go, bro. Igal knows how.
Well, Igal's dad actually a Liverpool fan. I swear, I saw him today, bro. It was amazing. Crazy. It was amazing. Here's the thing: if your parents support Madrid and you support a team like in a different country, fairs. Like if my child wants to support AC Milan, whatever. But don't tell me you go in the same country. Like it's just I get to support Liverpool and my child. Oh my God, I want to support Man United. No, Habibi, this is not happening. Leave the house. It's just not gonna happen. But anyway, back to Gyokeres. Why does Staffy think Gyokeres is shit?
Can I get my seat back before I continue? I don't like I've been downgraded.
You're on the Ahmed seat because
you Andre's the Ahmed
spot. I have already disgraced this side of the stream, so I don't feel comfortable here. Now I feel like anything else said, I'll be considered up front. Thank you.
Ahmed,
see, now I'm comfortable again.
Here we go.
Thank you. But no, on a real though, no. Listen, Gyokeres. Cory is right when he says in the market for who's available, that is the most ambitious move. So I kind of get that. And I did say at some point, even though I thought Sesko, when he was the links, him and Gyokeres, I thought
Isak is the most ambitious move.
No, but Isak wasn't available.
His availability though.
Yeah, Isak just happened out of nowhere.
Isak isn't available to who?
Isak wasn't available. When did
he wasn't as available as he is like he's been the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, but the reason why he became available to Liverpool is because Liverpool attempted it.
No, but Sam, if Liverpool never made that move, we would have never been having these discussions. All of us would have assumed next season.
Arsenal could have done that. That's my point.
Yeah, but okay. You're still not getting me. If it was made known for months now that Isak is seeking a move, he'd be willing to listen to offers or go to another club, and then we can talk about it. Okay, why did Arsenal not like try and attempt that move? It is different that Liverpool just out of nowhere said, "Fuck it, we're just gonna go for Isak and just be ambitious." And he now all of a sudden wants to go to Liverpool. It's such like out of nowhere.
Can I tell you the difference? Can I tell you my side?
Never told me Isak was available to begin with.
Can I tell you my side of the argument? Isak is not available because Newcastle said he's not available. I don't know if you watched
Turkish. You made a move.
Yes, I don't know if you watched Turkish's video. The Isak, it's just titled Isak with 3 dots. He uploaded it when Liverpool did the thing for Isak. He said, I wished Arsenal would actually go and rock the boat. Let's say season ended June 1st, transfer window just opened. Arsenal called Newcastle for Isak. Arsenal attempted to speak to Isak. He could have been available to Arsenal too.
There's no guarantees with that. I get what you're saying. Because we can use that logic with every club. Chelsea can sit here and say, oh, instead of going for Joao Pedro, maybe we should have knocked on Newcastle's door and say Isak. United, I mean, we don't have the money, but you can use that logic as well. You can use that logic with everyone, but it doesn't change the fact that he wasn't in the market to begin with. When we all went to the summer and we were talking about strikers, we all know Sesko was available. We all know what's his name? Gyokeres was available. He was the biggest attraction in the whole thing. You can argue that Arsenal should have done what Liverpool did and attempted it and showed ambition, but that's not the reality. So I can't go by that hypothetical that never happened. I'm just talking about who's available. So outside of Isak, who clearly only wants to go to Liverpool anyways, the best ambitious move to get stop doing that. The most ambitious move that you could do this summer was to go for Gyokeres. So I agree with that move. However, I don't think he fits how they play, which is why I kept saying I think Sesko fits them. This is why some people get confused with what I say. What I think should happen and what I think I want personally to happen are two different things. Reality, in my opinion, could be different. I think Gyokeres is more ambitious than Sesko because he's clearly 27. He scored a lot more goals in Europe last season. I just don't think they play the way that suits him. How do they now match the move that they made? They need to change a little bit of how they play. And that's pretty much what Ahmed said. I think they majorly need another creator in this team because there's no point of having Gyokeres in this team where let's be honest, he won't score.
That's why I said they're going to get
last season?
50-something, bro. Ridiculous. Yeah, he's obviously not getting those numbers. No way.
Like, he's not scoring 50 in England in general. Like, he's not doing that. Those are
Haaland
Salah
didn't
level
score 50 in England.
numbers that we were raving about after how many years? He's not doing that. He's probably going to get half of that, which is still good if he does that. But he's not going to get those numbers, in my opinion, until you make certain improvements around him. I think they lack creativity in the midfield, and they lack creativity on the left. They majorly need a left winger. If they don't get Eze, I don't think they'll get Rodrygo. But if they don't get Eze, I'm going to look at this signing. I'm going to be like, how did you accommodate that signing? Because I highly doubt they're going to change so much of how they play. We already know how Arteta likes to play. It's mainly a lot of, we talk about them being set pieces FC and putting the ball in the box or whatever. There's no point of having Gyokeres if you're just going to play in the air a lot and you're going to try to loft the ball in the box. A lot of the play has to be on the floor. A lot of the play, I think, needs to be in transition. And he needs to have minimal touches because he needs creators around him. You give him an Eze who gives him the ball where he wants it to be, which is running down that left flank or running behind defenders and all that, go into the byline. These are the positions that he likes to be in. If you give him a creator who does that in Eze, then I'm going to look at it and be like, you know what? Even if you don't win the league, you still made the right moves. Because a lot can dictate how if you win or lose the league at the end of the season anyways. But at least I need to see the moves that match it. So if you go get an Eze and I see you basically accommodate for the way he plays, because the worst thing you could do for Gyokeres is to give him Martinelli. Just a touchline winger. That is the worst thing you could do for him. You got to give him an Eze. If you don't do that, I'm going to look at this and I'll be like, fair enough. You spent all this money on Gyokeres, but Gyokeres wasn't just like, you're not taking one piece and putting it and it just fits in this team. You don't just drop him in this team and he does everything that you expect him to do. No, you need to accommodate to his strengths. Because I think a lot of his strengths are limited as well. He's not like he's not such a versatile striker. So if you're gonna sign a striker like him, you need to play around him. And I don't know. Number one, I don't know if Arteta is gonna do that. And number two, I don't know if they're gonna make the signings to fit him. So if you go ahead and make an Eze signing or a Rodrygo, I'll be like, you know what? Fair enough. You're moving down the right way. But I don't know if that's gonna happen. So I think it's most likely that he's kind of gonna struggle in the Premier League. I wouldn't say flop. Because flop is like, all right, he's not even going to score like 10, 12 goals. I don't think that's the case. But I equally don't think he's going to score, like Cory was telling me yesterday on American Waffle, I think a minimum is 20. I actually think if he scores anything over 15, that to me, that's considered a good first season. Because he's not going to come 20. And be able to play the way that he played in Portugal.
I said between 15 and 20 is what I think he'll probably get. He'll probably get between like that range.
But a lot of people think if he doesn't score over 20,
oh, no, yeah. There's definitely people who think that.
20 goals.
But let's ask the real question here. I'm gonna be honest here. If he scores 15 goals, Havertz was doing that for you, bro. So what has changed with Gyokeres in the team?
I said a minimum of 15. I didn't say
but the point I'm trying to make here is that if
I agree. I think 15 is too little.
If he scores 15 goals, but half of them are like in big games, and I'm not talking big games against big teams, but like, all right, last minute winner or like a couple 1-0s or 2-1s.
Still not good enough.
No.
But why would you say that? Because now you're
I
looking
tell
at
you why I would say that,
you're
because
looking at the
Havertz
points
scored-
accumulated.
Havertz
I actually agree with
scored-
Staffy because our problem is against the small teams, bro. Like our Big Six record is fine. Like
Havertz
it's
actually
he
scored
could
in all
score
the big
20
games.
goals. If he scores 20 goals, 15 of them were in like 3-4-0 wins. Surely we should be able to process that and say, well, if you scored less, but you were scoring in games where we didn't win last season, versus, oh, I don't care about you scoring 20 goals when we were already winning 2-3-4-0. Surely we should be able to process that. Be like, you know what, this goal is equal this, but this one is more valuable because this one
Okay,
gave me 3
I
points.
understand what
This
you're
one was already
saying.
winning.
The reason why I don't agree with that logic is the following. Havertz did that anyway, because Havertz scored against the big clubs. He scored against City. He scored against us, I think, as well. Like Havertz has scored. He scored against Chelsea as well. So he scored in the big games. I think they need a gunman goal scorer who scores plenty of goals. And actually, Arsenal's problem was actually against the smaller teams. Once again, West Ham, Southampton, Everton, Bournemouth. These are the clubs that you need to win. You need to beat. And my thing is, like, I'm looking at this Arsenal situation, right, Staffy? Look, I think if Havertz played 38 games, he could score 15 goals for Arsenal. He really could. I'm not even bullshitting. Exactly. I think I really believe Gyokeres has to score 20 plus to be considered like a success. I won't even lie to you. I really think he needs to score 20 plus. I think 15 is average. 15, remember when we were talking about Strand Larsen earlier? Strand Larsen scored 14, 15, bro. Like, those are Strand Larsen playing for Wolves numbers. He has to score 20 for me. Given as well the fact that, like, okay, Arsenal are like 5th in chances created. I think they're 3rd or 4th in XG and shit. Like, I'd expect Gyokeres to get more goals. Definitely more than 15. 15 is what I expect, like, an average striker to get you. If Arsenal sign Wissa tomorrow, he could score them 15 goals. That's not that deep.
No, I hear it. The good thing is they have versatility now from having Gyokeres and having Havertz. Because there's games where you're going to need Havertz. You're going to need someone who's a little bit more better on the ball. Games where you're dominating a little bit more possession. And then obviously Gyokeres. I think Gyokeres actually is going to shine out more against bigger opposition, where you're going to play bigger teams that are not going to sit back as much. Like when you play your Liverpools, your Chelseas, the Champions League games, when you play tougher opposition that will afford you a lot of space, I think these are the games he's going to shine in. The biggest thing for him is to accommodate the way he plays to the Premier League, because he's going to get out muscled in certain games. He's not going to have that pace, that blistering pace that he was cooking most of the Portuguese league defenders with, because he's going to meet a lot of defenders in this league that can match him at least physically. So that's going to be the challenge to him, you know. But I actually expect him to do well in the big games. Like, I think he's going to be a big game player for them.
No, I hear it, but I just think like the main thing for me is that like when it's those games where it's like 1-1 or like it's like 1-0 looking to make it 2, because like we had games like that last year, like against like Brentford and Bournemouth, where we were 1-0 up both those games and we drew and we lost the other one. So like whether it's like those are the moments for me.
He's not a striker that scores a goal out of nothing, and that's what you're basically describing right now. And that's the issue. He's not that versatile. Like, I think he's the type of striker when you have a good game and you're winning, he's going to be a big part of it. But like when you look at his goal catalog, the goal catalog just speaks for itself. Exactly. You're going to see just a couple headers here and there, a couple tap-ins, but majorly, like, I don't want to put a percentage, but a large chunk of his goals is him dominating that left-hand side, cutting onto his right, and just picking one of the corners of the goal. And he hits he loves to just hit the ball with power. It's not like he has that great placement. So he just actually doesn't come with a lot of versatility. So in those games where there's 11 men in the box and you just put the ball in the box, I mean, the likelihood of him doing something, like he's not a Cavani as an example. Cavani was the king of doing that. Cavani would give us a goal out of nothing. It would be a shanked cross or a shanked shot out of nowhere. He just puts his hand on it and he scores it. But that was like, Cavani was like that elite type of striker that does that. That's most of his career. Obviously, there's a lot more examples of strikers that do that. I don't look at Gyokeres and I think he's that. Like, I don't think he offers such a dominant box presence. So that's something maybe he can work on. But at 27, the likelihood is if you don't have it by 27, you're not going to have that. He has 12 headed goals in his whole career. When you head the ball 12 times only, 12 headed goals, and you're 27, that kind of shows that you're not even that. You know, like he's not a poacher like that.
But stuff, if they're heading stuff, yeah, even though I agree with what you're saying, they got Gabriel, they got Saliba, So I think in the heading department aspect,
Yeah, they'll get goals. So don't get me wrong, they'll get a lot of
I was
goals.
about to say, bro, set pieces ain't going nowhere.
So, but what I will say is that I think.
So put the last comment on, please, Luku.
Yeah, listen. I'm just gonna. At the end of the day,
Please tell me what agenda did I bring. I've done everything right now to explain my opinion, and then you get people like Luku says Staffy's agenda based. What was the agenda?
I'm not even ripping off fake goal stats. That was something that got super chat, and I had seen was true. I said I was wrong. So listen, I'm not even trying to rip off fake stats. I just gave my opinion in regards to
Luku.
Yeah, but listen, at the end of the day, we'll see what happens with Gyokeres. I think. Listen, I don't think he's gonna be a super flop, but I do think he will underwhelm. I think that's just the best way I'm gonna put it. I think he will be underwhelming.
Imagine after all this talk, he scores like 7.
Ahmed? Because I pick fun at Arsenal fans sometimes, and I'm he's gonna flop. But what's underwhelming for you?
I think underwhelming will probably be. I think he'll score around about 15 goals this season. Probably,
but that's not underwhelming. I actually think
for me, that's underwhelming because he's basically no difference than what you had originally.
Okay, let me ask you
something. I do hear what
Ahmed
is saying because it's not because we literally said it, Havertz was scoring 15, so it's not like a direct improvement. I do.
That's what I mean. Is a good example I will give you? Let's say for example at Chelsea, Jackson scored 13 goals for me. Yeah, if João Pedro scores 13 goals for me, it will technically be underwhelming, right? Because I would be expecting him to score more goals.
Who's going to score more, João Pedro or Gyokeres?
No. The point I'm using this for like example of someone. For example,
I know what you mean, but
yeah.
But can you answer this question though?
He's gonna score more.
It's not a trick question. It is a legit question.
You know what? In this, I think the way he plays, I probably would say João Pedro. I'm gonna say João Pedro. I'm going to play today.
Oh God!
Let
me just grab these supers and move on. Talk about Liverpool and then we wrap the stream. Big up to Monster Snail says I'm here to correct. Oh, I read this one already. Yeah. What's your new snap? I can't say publicly, but personal terms are done since June. We just need to create the space, and Trossard is leaving now. Watch. The only way you can find me on social media is this right here. Sam LFC on Snapchat. That's it. No other accounts. I'm not on Twitter, I'm not on Instagram, I'm not on anywhere. This is the only place you can find me. A lot of the people in this community have me on Snapchat anyway. So Sam LFC, that's where people speak with me and you get me. So if you want to send me this personal terms agreed bullshit, send it. I'm here to collect aura points when I say I told you so. You want to know something? If it actually happens,
said aura points.
No problem. I'll say it. Jeff Foster was talking about this during the Isak thing, which I mentioned. It says, how is it different? Arsenal can still go for him. I'll be honest with you, bro. I completely agree with this. I don't agree with Staffy's rebuttal at all. I agree more with Turkish school of thought. Turkish has been saying for a while, yo, rock the boat a little bit. A player is only unavailable because the club say he's unavailable. As an example, let's say Enzo Fernandez is unavailable. If Barcelona call next summer and offer Chelsea 120 million, he might become available. You get what I'm saying? Rock the boat a little bit is the logic.
You know what I would say? Why is no one just speaking of the agent informally? You don't need to speak of the club. Just speak of the agent. What's the agent? Speak to the agent. What are you saying, mate? I'm thinking about, Isak. What does he think about my club? Or stuff like that. That's the way usually clubs do stuff. So I'm surprised they've not even tried that angle.
Yeah, perhaps. Glock 14 will score the easy goals that Havertz screws up. Yes, this is true. He will.
TK.
There is a lot of those, to be fair. What's it called? There's definitely a lot of those.
Subscribe to TK football as well. You get
I look forward to this. Take.
Let's get the likes up, chat. We're at 350 likes. Let's try to get to 400 likes, 500 likes ASAP. Everyone, please close the live chat. Hit the like button now. Anyway, final topic of the day. Everyone here knows my opinions on Liverpool Football Club, so I always like to just ask my guests their opinions on Liverpool. You get me? Best to start with Cory, since he's the one with me in the title race. Brother Cory, talk to me about this. How are you feeling about Liverpool right now?
I feel like y'all are having a FIFA window, bro. This is ridiculous. Wirtz, Gyokeres, Frimpong, potentially Isak, bro. Straight telling Newcastle we're just gonna take your potential Isak replacement and then we're gonna try come take your best player as well. Like literally straight FIFA window, bro. Like this is why I say that I don't care what anyone tells me. Liverpool will be the favorites going into going into the league next season. Like forget the fact that they're champions, bro. Like just based off of this window alone, I feel like you have to say definitely favorites for the Premier League, 100%. So yeah, I think like a week ago, like my mind's low key changed on like us in City, like since the Gyokeres signing, like I feel like just defensively, I feel like it just takes us above them now. Cause like Man City, they still got Mateus Nunes like at right back as it stands, bro. So like I think that we're gonna be I feel like we'll definitely be the close competitors to Liverpool heading into the title race. The only problem is like the team is good enough, bro. The team like the team was good enough to win a title when Havertz was playing up front. Like that's why I have like when it comes to the players, like I have like my doubt is very like little like with the players. It's always just sure the manager, bro. But yeah, Liverpool is serious, straight serious, bro, 100%.
Let me just call out someone because I'm like Staffy. I let stuff like get here directly. It's the Arab gene. Arsenal discourse is basically how many ways can I say Arteta out at this point? Just say the magic words and move on. Anything more is a waste of time. We had a 32-minute Arsenal segment where Arteta wasn't even mentioned once. We discussed how Gyokeres can fit in. We discussed how Gyokeres can't fit in. We discussed what his goal tally should be. We spoke about Eze. We spoke about Rodrygo. We spoke about the possibilities of who should Arsenal sign. We spoke about the title race. No one said Arteta out once. No one even mentioned your manager this whole stream. So allow this conspiracy theories of everyone hates us and shit. No one hates you. Anyway, back to the topic.
And we spoke about United and Chelsea before we mentioned Arsenal.
Yeah, man.
They even played that card.
Yeah. So weird, bro. Like you're calling out something that didn't happen. If you're going like, oh, Staffy is a fraud for saying Gyokeres won't work out, fair enough. But no one mentioned Arteta for literally 32 minutes.
Bro, the only time we mentioned Arteta was talking about him tweaking the system for Gyokeres.
Yeah, that's the only thing they said. He basically has to accommodate to him. Not a single person said Arteta out. They're insecure, bro.
Anyway,
I always say that's why I don't like that.
Fan. Yeah, they are, bro. What's it called?
So with this whole situation with Liverpool, you guys, I think we're cooking the league next season. I actually think we'll win the league even with just Ekitike. I'll be honest with you. With Isak now, it's just like next level. It's funny because people say always like there's something that they always say to me like, pretend you've been here before. Habibi, I've never been here before. What do you mean pretend you've been here? I've never been here.
Yeah,
what the hell? You
money like this, bro.
Imagine the same 4 people is the panel show like a month and a half ago. And I go like, Staffy, Ahmed, and Cory, listen to me. We're going to sign Wirtz, Gyokeres, Frimpong, Ekitike, and Isak. They would have all literally burst into laughter. So what do you mean pretend you've been here? Brother, this is mad. Like, we've never done this before. I've never seen my club do this before. We're cooking like mad this transfer window. And the crazy part is we ain't even done. Even after. We're going to go sign Gahey possibly. So that's the Crystal Palace captain right there. We're cooking at next level.
It's ridiculous. Like, it's ridiculous because I remember when you guys were linked with like Wirtz as like the big one. Like, I literally remember saying like, I don't think this deal will get done just for the main reason because I don't see Liverpool spending money like this. Yeah. And now you guys, on top of that, you guys are another front runners for Isak, who's already going to be 120 mil minimum, and you guys are going on get Ekitike, which is another 60 plus. So like, I don't blame you. Like, you guys haven't been here, bro. Like, I seen the what's it called? Sam, I seen the clip where you pulled up like the Premier League spending. Like over like the last like 5 years, like you are below like Brighton and these guys. Like it's ridiculous, bro. It's absolutely.
People say pretend you've been here before. Habibi, we spent less money than Wolves. What pretend?
Wolves, you know that's ridiculous. That's
I just think, man. Listen, man. You've had a top window. You have a top squad. That's it, man. There's nothing much to say after that, bro, man. You know what I mean?
Wow.
It's
Look at the camera when you speak, man.
Great input.
Man. It's over, man. Like, I don't know what you want me to do here, Sam. Like, Sam, I feel like I sound supposed like a Liverpool Glaze session. I'm just gonna be honest, bro. Like, it's GG's, man. The league is GG's, boys. Like, there's nothing else to say.
Literally, I would just say it comes down to like literally, it just comes down to how well do they gel. Like,
legit, guys.
Everyone
legit,
gels,
it's over.
Literally, if they don't gel, I swear, like
my argument is, I don't actually need to argue. I genuinely think, there's not even anything to what's it called say like it needs to gel or not. I just the vast majority of the squad is the same. There's only 1 or 2 guys that really are like really basically changing there's like obviously the left back, the right back, and then what? Maybe if you add Isak into that equation, your striker basically changes. Right? It's virtually the same. It's virtually like the same like obviously spine. So I mean, I don't even know what to say at this point, bro. It's like it's over.
This is why I literally said, it literally comes down to how well they gel at this point. Because I already think like if Liverpool like all their signings gel completely well and they straight cook, this league is wrapped up like straight away, finito. But like that's the only reason why I think like if Arsenal are gonna win the league this year, like Liverpool aren't gonna have to like gel as well, like first off straight away. Period.
People
like,
keep bringing up Madrid, but there's a difference between the Madrid players and the Liverpool players. First of all, there's Liverpool players with a lot to prove. Wirtz hasn't won anything like Champions League, World Cup, blah blah. Same
nothing major, yeah.
Isak has only won a Carabao Cup. Ekitike just came from Frankfurt, so it's not like it's successful players. Mbappe is a World Cup winner. Mbappe is a World Cup Golden Boot winner. So when he goes to Madrid, it's different because Vinicius has 2-3 Champions Leagues, whatever. Same with Rodrygo, same with all these players. So it's different. I'm going to use an NBA reference. I think this is Golden State with KD. Like it might take us like 2-3 games.
Not as good as Golden State.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, really?
Crazy,
Okay, watch this. We just won the league. We went and added Isak and Wirtz. How's it?
Yeah, but that Golden State team broke the Bulls record, 73 wins, and then they added KD.
Yeah, but in terms of like gelling and
history.
figure it out, in terms of gelling and figuring it out, it might take us like 3-4 games to figure it out, but it's not going to take us all season.
I know what you mean. It's a little
bit
like
August international break. You get what I'm saying? Like after August international break, I'd expect to just know completely what's going on. It might take us a couple of games and shit, but yeah.
That's why I'm actually glad we're playing you guys early as well. So like, hopefully you guys won't be like it's like what's it called? It's not like our first game together is in like November, where like you guys it's possible you guys could be like fully gelled and cooking by that point. Like game week 3, like we got like you guys may not be as gelled at that point. So and because like we only play you guys twice as well. So like our destiny is still like technically in our hands.
Are you worried about egos? That's a question I've had to think about a little bit. Yeah.
Every time you smile, I just know you actually there's an agenda behind your question.
Listen,
why are you smiling?
Are you worried about egos? I'll ask you a simple question. Name the egos.
No, listen. Some might say obviously you got Salah there. You got
okay, Salah is an ego. I agree. Who else?
What, Van Dijk?
Wirtz is an ego for what? Winning a Bundesliga.
I mean, winning the Bundesliga.
He's big names, big players.
He's invincible, man.
He spent big money.
I think in order to have an ego, you need to be either like unbelievably successful on an individual level, or like you won like a World Cup or like a Champions League.
I mean, but you can also have an ego for being one of the best players in your position. You know what I mean? He's one of the best.
Okay, I think Salah has an ego. I'll tell you why I think he has an ego. Yeah, I think Salah has an ego, and I think Van Dijk has an ego.
Those were the only two. Those were the main two I was going to say.
Yeah, then you're going to have Salah, Wirtz, and Isak. And I'm not going to lie, these are 3 big names.
Yeah.
And when you get these big names,
egotistical.
No, but that's what Ahmed is saying. Okay, like I'll give you an example. When Ronaldo, Rooney, and Tevez played together, Rooney has openly admitted that he took a backseat for Ronaldo because he cared more about the team. Whereas Ronaldo, we all know he cared more about his numbers, but it worked for the team. Exactly. That doesn't mean that Rooney wasn't good enough to get these numbers. The proof was, as soon as Ronaldo left, Rooney just went ahead and scored 30 goals in the next season. Some of these players are going to look at themselves like, what if Salah has to take a backseat a little bit to Isak? Or Wirtz now has to take a backseat to both of them? That is the question he's asking. Because that's not a question. We don't know.
Make no mistake. Everyone comes to... Here's the thing. There's a hierarchy in life. Everyone comes to Liverpool and knows they're going to take a backseat to Salah. This ain't new. Like, this is like, you're coming to Salah's team.
But should Salah be taking a backseat for Isak a little bit?
No.
Yeah, I don't
disagree with you.
No, but I'll tell you why.
No way.
I actually think this is the season. Hear me out. Hear me out and then go. This is the season where Salah, I think, should be more in his creative bag rather than his goal-scoring bag.
I agree.
Because the future is clearly Khalas Isak. Salah has what? 1 more year after this max? Like, because what? He got a 2-year extension last season. He should be a little bit more aware that this is a transitional year where, as much as we want to win, he's basically handing what's to say?
Torch.
Thank you. He's basically handing off the torch to Isak over the next 2 seasons. That's where I think his mentality should shift a little bit. I'm not saying, oh, like, khalas, I'm not going to take penalties. I'm not going to shoot. That's what I'm saying. But I think his main focus is, how do I gel with these players? Because now they're the future. They're going to be here for the next few years. And I should start learning how to take a little bit of a lesser role. You know what I'm saying? Like, instead of shooting every time, let me look for Isak, because I know I have an elite striker next to me. I had a donkey last season. Now I don't have that issue no more. Actually, penalties, as much as I said we could ignore that, that could be a thing. There could be games where he's like, you know what, I'm going to let Isak take this penalty. He's chasing a golden boot. I'm going to let him get it. Things like that. These are the things that
I understand what you're
making or ruining the dynamic of a team.
Okay, here's the thing. What you're saying, I understand completely. I'm saying the difference is it still is Salah's team, even if he wants to become a creator. The problem is, Liverpool fans will tell you this. When we first signed Darwin Núñez, I know you could probably tell me this yourself, but the reason why I say Liverpool fans is because we watched it week in, week out consistently. When Liverpool first signed Núñez, Salah instantly went from inside forward to touchline winger. He went from most goals in the league to suddenly most big chances created in the league. So he created the most chances. If you see a Salah big chances created compilation, it's literally a Núñez miscomp. Like, genuinely, I'm not even exaggerating. Deep this, with the forwards that Liverpool had last season, Salah got 18 assists. Salah is capable, actually, playing with Isak and TK, of possibly even breaking the assists record. Now, I know he might not shoot as much, but he has shown before the ability to be a willing passer. Now, as a player, and as someone who watches football like yourself, look, Liverpool Football Club this season, if we win the league, and Salah has 19 assists and 22 goals, as an example, instead of 29 goals, or like, let's say he breaks the Henry assist record. Let's say he gets like 20 and 20, let's say, or 21 and 20, whatever. He still is our best player, even if Isak scores 30, because of his impact on the team. Now, I still think that in order for Wirtz to succeed, in order for Isak to succeed, you still need to trust your best player to help them out, because he's shown the ability to do that before. Because watch this. Jota, God rest his soul, best numbers was with Salah. Núñez best numbers was with Salah. Diaz best numbers with Salah. Gakpo best numbers with Salah. You go back to the old days. Firmino best numbers with Salah. Mane best numbers with Salah. Why? Because he's shown that capability for a long enough time. So anyone who comes into Liverpool knows, okay, this is Mo's team for these next 2 years. Now, Isak doesn't have to take a back seat because it's a different sport than maybe other sports where it's a lot more individual. I'm not saying Isak needs to take a back seat. Isak can still have his shots attempted and all this. Wirtz can still have his long shot, like, you know, and all this. Like, we're not against that. We're simply saying you go to your best player and you allow them to cook. And the others will all thrive off of it. Like, when we were cooking, people were coming here going like, yo, Sam, apologize to Diaz. He's having an amazing season. Apologize to Gakpo was having an amazing season. Why? Because they were all shining next to Mo. And I still think he's capable of doing that. And I think, actually, low-key, he wants to be a create first winger. But the problem is, he creates for these bombs and they keep missing the chances. The best example I can give, I think, was the Arsenal game. He put on a ball for Luis Diaz. Cory will remember. He put Luis Diaz literally in front of Raya's fucking face.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
So for the rest of the game, Salah was like, "Fuck this! I'm just gonna attempt shots." So he's shown the ability to show that, but I don't think
I know he has the ability, Sam. That's why I said I expect him to do it a lot this season.
Yeah,
now
he will.
Actually has someone he could trust next to him.
But he's still the best player.
I don't think he has that ability.
This season, at least, he's still the best player in the team.
All right, then.
Yeah, of course. Until someone makes themselves the best player in the team, he's the best player in the team.
Yeah.
Until he decides to leave, obviously. You know what I'm saying?
I agree. You know what I'm saying?
I look forward to this.
I was about to say, I'm excited for next season.
Bet you are. You're excited he's going to go game week 1.
I cannot say the same.
I'm very interested in next season. I'm very excited from a child's perspective, man.
Our team that starts won't be the team that won the title. Jeff, what's this referring to so I know how to respond to it?
I think he's referring to you guys, right? Because obviously your team.
Because there's a lot of players that.
There's no Trent, obviously. There's no Trent that's going to be.
Yeah, Trent we've downgraded. Kirkus is an upgrade on Robertson.
New left back, new right back, new 10, new left wing, and new striker.
And new striker.
We're actually doing what Chelsea used to do back in the day. Maintain the spine and improve around that. Chelsea's spine was Czech, Carvalho, Terry, Ashley Cole, Lampard, and Drogba. And around that, they changed so much. Bro, they bought like Shevchenko, they bought Crespo, they had Damien Duff, they had Arjen Robben. Like, they changed the wingers and the Joe Cole. They changed all of them, bro. Like, literally every single one of them they changed. But they kept all the spine. And I think, like, the thing with us is, that's why I think it was very important for us to keep Konate this season, which we're doing. So, like, we have the spine. Alisson, Konate, Van Dijk, Gravenberg, McAllister, Salah. That's a spine of 6 players. And around that, we've had consistent improvements other than right back. I'm willing to concede we downgraded on right back. The other positions we completely upgraded. You know? And remember, he's coming, lads. I cannot wait. Isak goal away at the Etihad, inshallah, and he's just doing this to Ruben Diaz.
Yeah, I can't lie, man. I feel sorry for Newcastle fans, man. This has been like an all-time
Fuck them, bro.
stinker.
Fuck that
An
fan
all-time
base.
stinker, man.
Who cares, bro?
Did you
Fuck
feel
them.
sorry for Liverpool fans when Trent left?
I was
Anyway, guys, on that note, we're gonna wrap up the stream.
Getting Rams, though, by the way, was the best thing, bro. That's the shit cherry on top of the cake. Amazing,
that's
bro.
crazy
Rams,
work, man.
On loan
Rams.
as well. Jesus.
I don't even know if it was on loan or not. I'm just
It's a
just
season
on
on
loan.
loan. It's a season on loan.
I have no sympathy for that fan base, bro. Go on next season saying again, who's the team we call United? Keep calling us Man U, bro. You want to be the team that's known for United so bad. You're never going to be that team.
Who is trying to
Get your
convince?
best players taken away from you and shut the fuck up. Little
Who
Who is
bitches.
trying to convince? Anyway, guys,
Who
on
you
that
trying to
note,
convince?
make sure you guys are liking the video. Make sure you guys are subscribing to the channel. Go ask KJ his opinion as well.
I did. I
this-
asked them earlier.
This stream is going to take you over to Sanderson show. He's live talking about UFC, actually, so you can switch your vibe up a little bit. Staffy TV, Cory AFC, The Bridge Nation, all in the description. Go give them a subscribe. And tomorrow is going to be so many streams. 1:30 my time, 11:30 a.m. UK. I've got the Yokohama watch along. And then I've got the show that
playing
usually
Yokohama?
every
You are?
5. And then I've got Igal, Yokohama.
Who's
whatever,
playing them?
Japan.
Liverpool?
Yeah, preseason friendly, innit?
Did you know
Anyway.
that tomorrow there's a North London derby in Hong Kong?
No,
It's
it's on
fine.
Thursday. It's on Thursday.
Oh, tomorrow's Wednesday. Sorry. Yeah. United play tomorrow.
Wow.
Who you guys playing?
Bournemouth
Well, you guys still in America?
in Chicago. Yeah. I can't believe
Miss-
at some point I thought I was
Jeez,
gonna go to
United
Chicago
O
watch
block.
that game.
Come on. My God.
Bro, I thought at some point I was gonna go to Chicago watch this game. No, bro. Wallahi, I barely convinced
I don't
myself to
blame you.
drive.
I don't blame you.
I drove 40 minutes to go watch United down the street. I barely convinced myself to do that, let alone go to Chicago.
Listen, at least they won, man. When you went, man. Maybe you're good luck, Chong.
Anyway, guys, on that
Yeah.
note, yalla. See you guys later, Habibis. Peace out.